What's up guys, Adam here from Backyard Gardening and Cooking. In this episode, I'm going to show you guys 3 tips that you guys need to know when you use manure in your garden. So let's garden on. My first gardening tip when using manure in your garden is that nature demands balance. Your garden needs 3 major nutrients, which include nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Manure has a high level of phosphorus, so you want to be careful with how much manure you add to your garden each year. Because if you overload on phosphorus in your soil, your plants can develop deficiencies in zinc, be stunted, and even die. So it's very important that you keep your garden in balance with all the nutrients that you add to your garden. So like I just mentioned, you want to keep your garden and all the nutrients in your soil in balance. So this past spring, I added a lot of manure to this garden bed right here. So it's the fall right now as the time of filming this, so I won't be adding any manure to this bed, so I make sure that I keep everything in balance. So my next tip is, if you're worried about your phosphorus levels or other nutrient levels being too high, the only way to know for sure is to do a soil test. And if your soil test comes back with high phosphorus levels, the only long-term way to fix high phosphorus levels is to stop using manure and compost until all the nutrients in your soil have reached a balance. This next tip on using manure is pretty important. If you plan on using manure with young transplants, you want to be sure that you add the manure to your garden beds 2 weeks before you plan on setting out your young transplants. See, those young plants, they need nitrogen. And in order for the plants to have a form of nitrogen that they can use, you need to add that manure 2 weeks beforehand, so the microbes in the soil can break down the manure to a form of nitrogen that those young plants can use. Otherwise, your young seedlings won't be taking up the nitrogen that they need. So as a bonus tip, if you plan on using manure in your garden, you want to make sure that the manure is 100% composted. Otherwise, the manure will continue to compost while it's in the soil. So that means your plants will not get the nitrogen that they need if the manure isn't finished composting. Alright guys, so those were my tips on using manure in the garden. If you guys found any value in today's video, please consider giving the video a like, subscribe, and share the video. And if you found any interest in today's video, go check out my best fall vegetables to grow in the fall video. But thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video.